We're talking to Blair County native Dustin Hess, who is an author. He just published his first book called Sweet Pea and the 3 Days of Darkness. And this is a family-centric story. You have a daughter of your own, you have a family. How much of your family influenced Sweet Pea's story?
Actually, a lot. Yes. Yeah? When I was at the age I started writing the book, my kids were 7 and 9, right? Coincidentally, the same age as Sweet Pea and her brother Gus are in the story.
Okay.
And I do have an older son, so it really does mimic my family structure at home. That's about where the similarity ends.
Okay.
But I think I was just wanting to see, as you're living your family life, you're raising your kids, you have things that happen, and you think, oh, I wonder what would I do if this would have happened or if that would have happened. So these kind of daydreams kind of take over, and you're driving and you miss a turn and your wife yells at you and she's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I was thinking about my story. I have this cool idea." So a lot of it was influenced by my family at home, but you take like a kernel of that, whatever that reality is, and you kind of imagine these fictional sequences of how would these characters respond? How would I respond? How would my kids respond in this fictional setting when the stakes are raised or it's just a lot different situation.
So you gave the book to your daughter to read. Were you nervous about that?
Horrified, yes. She was the first person, and it was still in its manuscript form. It was still living on a Word doc on my computer, and I finished it, and I felt great about it. But then the nerves kick in, like, what if this is horrible? What if it's great? Who knows? So she was the first one to go through it entirely, and she kind of devoured it in a weekend. 350 pages, that's a lot in a weekend. Mm-hmm. But I could tell she was getting close. She kind of kept her feedback hidden. She didn't let on to whether she liked it or didn't like it. So I'm kind of waiting. And I knew it was a Sunday afternoon, it was winter, and I get a text from her, and it was a selfie of her, she's bawling, and she said, "Love the ending," or something like that. So, and then she sent me a 5-page document, written a literary analysis, this long, point by point, analyzing everything, and she was very into it. So that made me happy, and it gave me the confidence that I needed to get out and kind of make it not, is this book going to just live on a bookshelf beside my bed, or is this something that it could be something someday? So I think back to that a lot.
That must have been one of your proudest moments.
It was. I tell people about it all the time. I haven't shared the selfie with anybody. I did not bring it for your producers. We're not going to put that on the air. But
that's fair.
Yes.
That's fair. That is something between you and her that you get to treasure for the rest of your life. And definitely. I think that's a beautiful thing. There is something that I have to ask you about, because it's with every published reference to you about spending time with your wife and how she has never gone over the handlebars and broken her ribs on a bike. Why? Yes. Why is that there?
That's my clever way of saying that I have.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I started mountain biking when I turned 52, 50 also. And her and I ride rails to trails. It's fun. When I want a little more adventure, I do the faster, more dangerous things with trees in your path. And early on in my biking career, I was going way too fast when it was too slippery, and I wrecked. I don't remember much. I couldn't see when I got up, and I couldn't breathe, and I had broken ribs.
Okay, but you kept going, and you're still mountain biking?
Love it, yes.
So you have given us 2 examples of why you should never let your age get in the way of achieving accomplishments, because you picked your book back up, you finished it, it's published, you started mountain biking when you were 50, so you can do anything whenever you want to, and I think that you are setting great examples by sharing those stories with us today.
Totally agree. It's 50 feels like 30.
Good for you. I think that is awesome. All right, Dustin, it has been such a pleasure to have you here today. Let's tell people once again where they can find Sweet Pea and the 3 Days of Darkness.
Sure. Amazon.com has it. There's also an ebook version on Kindle. It's Kindle Unlimited, so if you have that, you can read it for free. BarnesandNoble.com. I'm not in any physical locations right now. I'm working on that. Okay. So if you're a bookstore owner out there, reach out to me. My contact info is on my website.
Yeah, please. I mean, I hope that you're out and doing lots of book signings and being proactive, and I'm very excited for you. Thank you for being our guest today.
Okay, thanks so much, Casey.
It's been a pleasure. We'll be right back on Fox 8 News Now.